Hello, children. Welcome to our English class. Have you admired by listening about our ex-president, a scholar, professor, a great scientist, a great philosopher, Abdul Kalam? Good. Now, we shall start another interesting lesson, Unity in Diversity in India, from the unit Nation and Diversity. India is famous for unity in diversity. The variety in India is enormous, yet its unity is amazing. The large size of the land, many religions, languages, colors, food and clothing, habits, etc., are the reasons for its tremendous diversity. But the spiritual, cultural, philosophical, and humanitarian heritage accounts for the surprising unity in India. So, we should feel proud for being an Indian, isn't it, children? Good. In our first session of the lesson, we have learned that there is a superior oneness that blends all the Indians together. Even foreigners like Herbert Risley, Vincent A. Smith admired the distinguishing unity in India amidst outstanding diversity. This unity in India was clearly visible even in very earlier times of Indian history. Despite different castes, communities, nationalities, and races, India has one heart. Our common and rich culture of art and literature serves as a bond of unity. Different faiths, creeds from all directions have merged into one. Among 250 dialects and 22 recognized regional languages, English has become our lingua franca and the Hindi as a national language. In our today's session, we shall learn about our spiritual greatness, musicians, proficiency in sculpture and architecture of our country. Before starting our today's session, we shall see the meanings of some difficult words. Okay? Glossary. Sages, wise people, seers, people who claim that they can see what is going to happen in future. Piety, showing a deep respect. Penance, voluntary self-punishment for wrongdoing. Scripture, the holy books. Inkling, bending or leaning or tending to think. Contemplation, the act of thinking deeply. Passion, strong feeling. Virtuosity, a very high degree of artistic skill. Depicted, represent. Hair, inheritor. Dazed, unable to think clearly. Emulate, try to do as well as some great persons. Isolate, separate. Quest, a long search. Children, we shall start the reading the text. So, listen carefully and observe the pronunciation. India has a rich cultural heritage. We are inheritors of several grand treasures in the fields of music, fine arts, dance, drama, theatre, and sculpture. Our sages and seers have left behind a tradition of piety, penance, spiritual greatness, conquest of passion, etc. Our scriptures are the storehouses of spiritual wisdom. Our saints aspired to the realization of the infinite. We have inherited great spiritual values contrasted with the which the materialistic progress of the West appear insignificant. The West has to learn a lot from India, and it has now been realized when people in the United States and Europe are turning to the Indian way of life. Indian yogis and maharshis, magicians, and spiritual leaders have all attracted them in a big way. A significant move to project India's cultural unity has been the holding of festivals of India in various parts of the world. The West is fast inclining towards our spiritual values, which include meditation and contemplation. Charity and love, universal brotherhood, and the fear of God, piety and unselfishness, control of passions, and peace of mind. Our cultural unity is further exemplified by the temples of the south and of Khajuraho, the caves of Ajanta and Ellora, which are shining examples of the India's proficiency in sculpture and architecture. Our music has come to enjoy worldwide popularity. Indian classical music, like the Indian dances, is built on the concept of ragas and talas. Each raga is regarded appropriate to a certain time of the day or the night. There are believed to be about 250 ragas in common use in the north as well as in the south. In the modern times, people like Ravi Shankar have taken Indian music to the west and thus bridges the gap between the music of east and the west. Other significant features of India's cultural unity are the variety, color, and the emotional richness of its dance. The country abounds in tribal dances, old dances, as well as classical dances of great virtuosity. Throughout India, need is regarded not merely as an accomplishment to social intercourse, but also as a mode of aesthetic expression and spiritual realization. The great symbol of dance is Shiva, the cosmic dancer, depicted in sculpture and poetry as Nataraja. Similarly, the classical theatre in India has a history of more than 2000 years. It was performed in palaces and in temples. The classical plays combined music and dance. Tragedy was and is still discouraged otherwise. The ragas of themes covered is wide. It is this strand of cultural unity running through the country that we are heir to, and to which people in the West are increasingly turning now. It is up to the younger generations to uphold this torch of cultural unity for the rest of the world to see, follow, and emulate, and not get dazed by the superficial prosperity and material achievement of the West, where man has set foot on the moon in his quest for space travel but finds himself isolated in his own society and community. Children, let us do some language work in vocabulary part. Synonyms. Children, what are synonyms? Synonyms means the words with same meaning. Here, some words are given from the textbook and we have to write its synonyms. Okay, see the first one, children. Myriad. And its synonyms are many, numerous, several. Okay, see the second one. Synthesis. Uniting bond, unity, composite, whole, uniformity. The next one, diversity. Its synonyms are variation, variety, and disunity. Next one, dialects. Its synonyms are languages and accents. And the last one, saints, sages, seeds. Okay, children, hope you understood the lesson. Now it's time to learn comprehension part, that is question and answers. And see the question. First question. What are we inheritors of? The answer for this question is we are inheritors of several grand treasures in the fields of music, fine arts, dance, drama, theatre, and sculpture. See the second question, children. What have our sages and seers left behind? The answer is our sages and seers left behind a tradition of piety, penance, spiritual greatness, conquest of passion, etc. See the third question, children. What is the significance of our scriptures? The answer is our scriptures are the storehouses of spiritual wisdom. Next one. What are our spiritual values that the West is fast inclining towards? The answer is meditation, contemplation, charity, love, universal brotherhood, fear of God, control of passion, and peace of mind are the spiritual values that the West is fast inclining towards us. The last question, children. Who attracted the West in a big way? The answer is Indian yogis, maharshis, musicians, and spiritual leaders attracted the West in a big way. Okay, children, hope you understood the lesson, the unity in diversity. We shall meet again in our next session. Thank you.